Okay, so why massive difference between those two videos? Well, the main reason is Rosie's been doing it from age 0, essentially, to whatever she is now. I think she's 20 months maybe. And Digga, from age 0 to 4, maybe 5 years, he's done fuck all. Okay? So, you could say, is it the healing that's going wrong here? No, it's not. Healing's good, it's nice and correct. Blah blah blah. The problem is with his motivation. His motivation is clearly linked to this. And this. And this bit, effort. If you don't understand any of that, it's all on my Chaos Explained videos. And Digga hasn't done enough of this shit for his work ethic and his optimistic attitude to manifest yet. So I'm not massively worried about it. But what I need to do is sort out his motivation. Now if we look at reward and we look at reinforcement, okay, we'll go, well there we are, right, tidy, reward, reinforcement, what are they? Reinforcement is anything that increases the probability of repeating a behavior. And notice, very importantly, it says the probability, because you never really know whether you're reinforcing something at all. Only the dog knows that. Okay? To get an idea of whether something's a reinforcer, the first time you do it, you don't know. Second time, you don't know. 10th time, you don't know. 100th time, you don't really know. Okay? Just because you got the dog to sit 10 times in a row doesn't mean what you're doing is reinforcing it. You need to get about 1,000 repetitions of one behaviour to see if what you're doing is reinforcing. Why? Because it's a probability. Because you may do it 100 times and say, oh, this food is reinforcing my dog, and then the next time he doesn't do it. Was it a reinforcer? No, because it just reduced the probability. Okay, so you've never got a probability of 1 to 1. This is one of the reasons why people use correction, which is something, anything that reduces the probability of reoccurrence. Okay, so that's why some people use correction. Like I said, I'll use it sometimes. It's not very often because I don't need to. Or I found I don't need to. If I do need to, I do. Okay, so we'll leave reinforcement there. Now how does this all fit in with my shit? Well, the answer is this. Whenever you're doing something with a dog, i.e. you're changing a behaviour, everything is behaviour adjustment training. Behaviour adjustment training is not just for fucked up dogs. Okay? So, you get a cue. Let's take the cue as sit. Okay? And then the work's done. Okay? The dog sits. Okay? And because he sits, he gets a reward, which can be anything, whatever motivates the dog. Okay? So I'll just put a treat there because it's easy. Right, now then, what the fuck's going on here? Where is the actual reinforcing shit coming from? Is it coming from the reward? The yummy hot dog or whatever? Well, no, it's not. If you actually measure the dopamine levels in an animal, when this kind of situation goes on, the dopamine actually starts raising here on the cue. Okay? Now why? Okay. What it's all about is anticipation. You need anticipation to get this shit going on. Okay? The optimistic attitude is literally, I use the word optimistic on purpose. Because the dog is optimistic. He's anticipating something good happening. Okay? That's what gives you the good work ethic, is the anticipation of something happening. Now then, with Rosie, you can see she's got a good work ethic, her attitude's up, even before I've asked her to do anything. Why is that? Because this anticipation is the actual reinforcer. What's happening with Rosie is the anticipation has created the actual work as the reward. The ball is just the icing on the cake, really. She's been asked to work the cue, the dopamine's going through the roof, and now the actual work is the enjoyment. It's the thing. It's the reinforcer that makes her do it next time. That's how you can remove reinforcers so quickly and easily, or I can when I train this way. As you may have seen in the Rosie video where I just ditched everything and just got her to heel after maybe I think it was a 8th healing session. I'm not blowing my trumpet, I'm not saying I'm amazing, it's just this how it works and I take advantage of it. So the work ethic is the reward in itself. Okay, the dog is like, oh wow, we're going to do some work, this is going to be awesome, because straight from the dog getting the cue, which doesn't need to be a word, it can just be we've turned up on the field, or I've said my word cue, which is ready, or she just picks up off my body language the little tiny clues or cues that we're going to do some work. The fucking dopamine, which is the reinforcer, gets going, the work ethic, dopamine shit comes together and she goes to work. Okay, so why is Digga not so enthralled by this? And by the way, that's why a clicker works. A lot of people don't realise that you don't have to treat the dog every time you click. Yeah, you do to start off with, because you've got a pair through classical conditioning, the treat and the click. And then the click is the anticipation, which is the actual dopamine release and the reward. It's like in, people will always bang on about Skinner and his dog with the salivating dog, okay? The bell was the cue that they're going to eat something. And then they had the reaction as if it was happening, okay? So whatever stuff is involved with eating, like there's bound to be some dopamine in there, but there's probably all manner of carrier stuff that creates a situation of the dog dribbling and think it's eating. This is why also the smell of a treat can be just as rewarding as the eating of the actual treat. It's not the physical object itself, the ball, the treat, whatever. I forgot where it was. Digga, the problem that's going on with Digga is because he's not done enough of this. Digga's dopamine is still at that point. Okay? He's getting his buzz off of the treat, which isn't enough of a motivation for him to work. Okay? So when I can work out what will get him buzzing just on the cue, when he cues up that we're going to do some work, then you'll see him looking like Rosie. And I think I know what it is, but again, I can't do it until the sun, or the heat at least, goes away, because he gets too hot really quickly. And you may be puzzling why Rosie doesn't, considering she's covered in fur. Well, Rosie's fur actually insulates her from the sun, which is nice. Okay, so that is what I have to say about reward and reinforcement as it pertains to the shit that I'm doing. Okay? None of that's bunk, it's all real. You can look it up. One good place to learn that stuff, if you just go on YouTube and look up a geezer called something Sapolsky, he goes through this in massive detail. Okay? So, there you go. That's why I haven't got Digga into the state yet where the dopamine's kicking in to make him work. It's the work has not become the excitement, the treats just aren't enough for him to, you know, make it the distractions invisible like they are with Rosie. The very same distractions are on the field when I do it with Rosie. The geezer's on the right of the screen, I said left earlier, throwing his ball. The kids are all running round behind me doing their sports day. It doesn't matter. Her major buzz is coming from the actual, it's work time, it's time to work. Digga hasn't got that yet. I am going to get it. When it cools down a bit, I'm going to teach Digga tugging. Another problem with teaching Digga tugging, I'll go into it when I do the videos about how I'm going to raise his motivation. And that is the end of that rant. And I've got a feeling that I might do another rant in a bit now on head position, focused and attention healing, because I saw the most ridiculous post on Facebook the other day, and people are really getting mixed up with all that shit. They don't understand it at all. Some people, obviously the people that can do it, a lot of them understand it. They know that it's the value of it and whatnot, but there we are, I'll shut up now. Hope you liked that video, hope it makes sense.